are back on the Everything Show at Rock every Wednesday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. All right, now listen, Nola, we heard a lot of stories. We got your opinion. Now let's put on our swim trunks and let's dive into your life as much as you will allow us to.
Okay.
Now, are you married?
No, I'm single.
You single?
Yes.
You got kids?
Yes. I have 3 kids.
Ring the bell 3 times then. 2. That's for all of them.
But one of them she doesn't know the sign of, so she still don't care.
I know the sign of all my children.
Yo, you gonna stop talking to her like that, dog? She
You know
all
the
them
son.
signs.
Oh, we're not gonna get back on that, but okay.
What? No, get him. Listen,
No, 'cause
feel
he's
free.
thinking I'm saying my son's son,
Mhm.
but no, it's the sun sign.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
That's that hyper.
Nothing about signs. There's a
That-
sun sign.
Yes.
Is there a moon sign?
Yes.
What about a Mars sign?
Yes.
Okay. Yo.
He need to go outer
Mars is
space.
Like, of the war. Like,
So,
it's
like, if you're born on Mars, you got signs based on
No,
that?
like Scorpios is. I'm a Scorpio.
I know a
And
few
I had
niggas.
He had
Mars
to-
and Pluto.
He had to wear a kilt until he was like 18.
I had to wear a
he don't know.
kilt?
He was inside.
I'm not Celtic. What's this nigga talking about?
Something. You
But
real,
yeah, I
you
have
real
3
different.
children. I do. I have 3 children.
All right, so you have 3 children, right? And you an
2
artist.
boys and a girl.
Oh, you started out with boys first.
Yeah. 2 wonderful boys and a girl.
2 wonderful boys.
Mm-hmm.
They teenagers.
14 and 10, and my daughter's 3.
So that makes you about 21.
What
That's
type
none of
of
your
math
business.
is that, yo?
He just
I
did,
wish
he
I
just
was
did some
21,
project.
but no,
man.
I'm just a grown ass
That made her
Project
7.
man.
That made her 7 when she had her first kid.
Yes, I'm just a grown woman. Let's put it like that.
So what you mix with?
What am I mixed with?
She do seem like she Jamaican, some type of island type stuff.
My family is mixed with a lot of things.
Creole.
Like, no, my great grandmother is Indian. My great grandfather is Haitian.
Oh, all my babies come. I mean, all them babies coming out with good hair.
It's like
Woo!
the Spanish side of my family. It's a lot. I have white in my family. My family's a mixture of everything, but I'm black.
Right.
My mother and my father, to me, is black.
So you're born and raised where?
In Philadelphia, West Philadelphia.
Born and
Yep.
raised.
West Philly, shout out West Philly.
Yeah, on 57th
West
Street.
side.
Lansdowne Avenue, Lancashire Avenue, all up,
I don't
all
know
up
about
through
that.
there. Belmont Avenue,
All right. Which,
West-
down the
We're
bottom,
shouting out too many
hilltop.
streets at
all
this
that.
point.
The
You
whole
know,
West
these are too
Philly.
many
Just
streets.
cut it. just
No,
leave
I'm
it at
from
that.
West. Seriously, I'm from West.
All right.
Born and raised in West. Still in West.
Now, you talked about, I think the number you gave, 10 to 15 years of artistry in the sense of being a rapper. Where did that initially come from? Where did that start at? Like, type of deal?
My family, like, even starting from, like, being a child, my grandfather and them loved music. Growing up, like, even my Christmas gifts, like, I would tell people was turntables, microphones. I was sticking tissue.
Oh, was your
in my-
turntables? Did it have records with it?
Yep, I had my
Oh,
first record I
tailor-made.
spit off of was
Did he say the
Grindin'
turntables have a
from the
record
Clips.
with it?
Yeah, record. Because Taylor
What the
Made is
hell?
anti-records.
Tell me this.
Because you know the records always came with the instrumentals on the
old,
other
I-
side. So yeah, I would just like my first record was from off the Clips, grinding,
Okay.
and then take it to the house with like Shrina and
Trick
Trick Daddy.
All right.
You don't know now. That represent like me. You don't know now.
Yeah, so I was like, so then when I got in high school, that's when I started really trying to pursue rapping for people. That's when Meek and them was doing like the videos. I would try to hop on a couple. From then on, I just was always just rapping. Everybody knew me to be a rapper.
Okay.
I took it serious though, like 5 years ago, when I just invested in all my pre-production equipment because I got sick and tired of the men, the studios, the atmosphere.
Don't point
It
over
was
this way,
expensive.
stuff like.
No, you brought it up. No, you brought it up.
You turn this way.
We were talking
The man.
prior about.
This on camera. I
Oh,
want to
she-
be like, I did something wrong.
You the man, Rock.
He didn't do
They're not.
anything wrong.
They're men.
Rock. You the man, Rock.
You the man, I'm the studio.
I'm the man.
You the man, Rock.
Yes, the men in the industry can be very tricky when it comes to pursuing music. It can
Just
be very
assholes.
tricky.
Just call them assholes.
Yeah, that's
They're
accurate.
dickheads. They're like, so I had to go out and I had to learn how to get the equipment, put it together, how to use it. So it was like a lot of just trial and error. And now I'm recording myself, engineering my own music.
Which is major.
Yeah.
And I write my own songs. I haven't been to a studio in like 6 years. No, I'm lying. I
Wait.
had been to Dunny's studio last summer, but that was my first time in like 6
How
years.
old is Hold on, wait. Shout out Donnie. Shout out to B&B.
Word.
Hey,
You know
shout
what I'm
out,
saying?
yes,
OG
bitch.
Donnie Savage. I know that's
Yes.
who you talking about. So, how old is your youngest?
My youngest is 3.
So you had to be, when you started getting your swag back and get back into music, you had to get pregnant during that time.
Yes, I actually got pregnant in the midst of me like already purchasing my equipment and recording songs, and then I popped up pregnant. I still was trying to pursue my music, but I didn't feel attractive, so it was like I just was kind of trying to get myself back together, basically.
So you let your outer parents, your physical parents, stop you from what you wanted to do.
It hindered me. Yeah, it
Right.
didn't stop me because I took what do you call it? I took steps to fix myself in the things that I didn't like. So the things that I didn't like, that time that I stopped doing my music, I was working on my appearance,
And how
exercising and things like that.
how did that like work balance? Because I mean, one thing I appreciate just you bringing up. Honestly, most artists should know how to engineer themselves to some degree. Like if you're gonna learn
Right.
any skill, even if it's not production, engineering yourself is key. Like
Why do you say
Right.
that?
because what
why?
happens is it's that ends up being people's most like costly economic
Right.
factor in making. So if you at least know how to somewhat engineer your music or record yourself, you could save time and money,
All right.
and then like ship it off.
Tons
Plus, I
of
think
time
most
and money.
artists are spontaneous. So
Yeah,
you can, if you can record yourself, you can, record.
Yeah,
whenever
like
you
you're
want.
in the moment, so I can
Right.
just go down to my basement and just record,
that's stuff.
and
like,
I don't have
yeah.
to,
Let me ask y'all this question. So the person that is learning a new craft, which isn't really their gift, so they may not put as much time into it. They just doing a quick YouTube channel video of how to do
Rob,
it.
the way I put it is
No.
this, bro. Like, you don't necessarily have to be able to mix and master
Right.
your whole project, but even the simple tool of
Vocals.
knowing how to record your
Right.
own vocals.
When
you
is
could-
energy the strongest, though? When is energy the strongest?
Well,
During
I mean,
stressful
let's say
times.
this. You can speak to it. I'll let you speak to it. 'cause
Yeah, let
I'm
me
here
speak.
all the time.
Yeah. So for artists, for me, the energy is always strongest when you going through something or when you had a moment. You know what I mean? And it's like you just want to vent. For me, my music is so personal that it's like therapy. So if I'm going through something, whether it's with a friendship, a relationship, I might be stressed out due to something my kids might be going through, I put it in my music. So for me to be able to have the ability to record myself is definitely spontaneous because I can just go right in at that point in time at any moment.
No, all right, well, listen, okay, I got that part, but I'm talking about energy as far as who do you think would be the best artist? One who all they do is write every day, and then somebody come and gives them the engineer, and they come and give them whatever. Now, that artist may lose a couple dollars on the back end, but versus someone who's an artist and they still trying to learn how to do engineer. They learning programs. Them hours you spending on learning new programs, you can spend writing.
Right, but that's not
No,
necessarily
because
true.
no.
Go ahead.
That's not necessarily true
It's
because a lot of artists get more comfortable when they by themselves.
Exactly.
So
That's right.
if they learn how to record themselves, then all they gotta do is get a mix and master.
And like I said, right.
That's what I'm talking about.
But
Just
Rob,
recording is enough.
recording is enough. Like even let's say
Right.
you just get the tech to record yourself, and you still rely on a mixing person to like mix and master. That's fine, but like, cause if you go to a studio, let's put it this way: you go to a studio and it takes you 3 hours to record the song, and it takes them an hour to mix the song, right? That means you have to spend 4 hours in the studio. And let's say, so if you're able to save those 3 hours by recording it yourself, because you at least know how to do that, you only got to spend a certain amount of money for the mixing of the track, and that's it.
Right. And for me, he asked what makes it. Well, how does that make the artist better? For me, it makes it better because I know how I want my music to sound.
Right.
You know what I mean? And opposed, like, it's no distractions. Like when you are making mistakes and you're recording, you gotta, oh, can you start it over? It's no distractions. I just got my button right here and I got my mic and I'm recording, and if I don't like it, I erase it, do it over. It's like I'm on my own time.
Yeah.
I'm on my own, like I'm doing my own method of things.
And then also,
I don't have to adjust to nobody else.
speaking of time, because I wanted to ask you about this, the one thing, recording yourself gives you the ability to record whenever, so you don't have to slot into anyone's schedule.
Correct.
And I know, because I wanted to ask you about this in the beginning, that balance of family and having a music goal and like dream, how does that work? Like, what does that look like in your world, and how do you like fit that for those?
And is that why you single?
Well, far as my family and my music, I adjust like my work around my life. Like, so it's like I don't let my job kill me. Like I got hired on a flexible schedule, so whereas though I can work as much as I want and I don't have to work as much as I want, and it pays very well. So I still had time to spend with my kids. If I feel like I want to complete a project, I'm not obligated to go into work. So I don't have to go into work. If I don't want to, I can work on my project. But at the same time, I go into work because I need the money to do the marketing and promotion and things like that for my project. But as far as the timing, it's easy. If you really have a goal and you don't want to be stuck at a job for the rest of your life, you make those sacrifices. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I made those sacrifices to get a job where I could be flexible. I made the sacrifices to put my daughter in school and have her child care paid every week. So while she's in school during the day, I'm working on music sometimes from 8 o'clock in the morning until 3:30. And I still might come back and work on music, but I still had no distractions during the day.
Gotcha.
So you just got to create the environment around you so you can get things done and be smart about it.